And welcome back, everybody. You may be looking left and right and seeing all your favorite things are gone. Your favorite stores closed, theme parks are on hiatus. There's one thing that I can think of that isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and that's the Greycast coming your way right now. So I had a couple of topics in mind for this week's Greycast, but didn't know which one to choose. I had a couple of options down between some Zelda games, Why is Gina Simp, a couple of Mario games, and then some breaking news that just happened basically gave me the answer I wanted. And it has to do with one of the topics I just mentioned, all about our little friend, the Italian plumber, Mario, who is the topic of this week's Greycast. So this is all based on an article reported by IGN, and according to them, Nintendo is reportedly planning to make remasters on Nintendo Switch for a bunch of famous Mario games for the 35th anniversary from the original Super Mario Bros. Some of the games that are possibly in the works for this: Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy, Mario 3D World, a brand new Paper Mario game, and possibly other 3D Mario titles. But we'll get to those in a little bit. For now, let's start off with what is reportedly confirmed. So we'll start off with the main one, Super Mario 64. Probably, to this day, the most popular and favorite of all the Mario games. Good old 64, which of course was on the Nintendo 64. It was remade for the regular DS, and I guess you can play it on the 2DS or 3DS, but it was a DS remake, which had some upgrades and changes to it. 64 is a classic, and to see that in probably brand new graphics on a brand new system in the Switch, God, that's going to be really good if that's true. People will lose their minds. And I don't know how they're going to do this. This is an interesting concept. Is this something that they're going to basically maybe put on Switch cartridges or make it available on the Switch store? Or are they really going to be brave and just make all of these part of the Nintendo Online service, which is accessible to anyone for $20 a year, and you get access to obviously play games online such as Super Smash and any other games that support online, and then you get access to the NES and SNES games that they've put on there. And you get access to all those games for simply $20 a year, which is a huge bargain for anyone that's a retro gamer. So my guess would be that they're either A, going to put these all on separate cartridges, or what they might do is make maybe a $60 to $80 Switch cartridge game that's going to have all these available. If they do that, I think it makes sense because they make their money, but people will gladly spend that $60 to even $80 for it. But back to the other games on the list. So next on there was Super Mario Sunshine, which was originally a GameCube release in 2002. Now this is one I never played, unfortunately, but I remember hearing rumors for the last couple of years that this was A, either going to be remade, or B, that the actual world of Sunshine was meant to be shown and playable in Super Mario Odyssey. Because when you play Odyssey, when you look at the map, when you go from area to area, apparently if you go through like old files, you can see the Sunshine Island. So when people found that, immediately they thought, oh, maybe Sunshine will be like a DLC for this game or something. And that obviously hasn't happened. As far as I know, there's been no DLC at all for Odyssey, which is unfortunate. The only thing it gets in terms of updates, you could get different outfits for Mario and stuff, but no new worlds or levels or anything like that, which is sad. But Sunshine should be a good one. It's, from what I understand, it's like a 50-50 among the fans. You either love it or hate it. I know it has a lot of issues, a lot of problems with, just game control, but it always looked cool to me, like the concept of him having the water tank. So we'll see, that could be a good one. And I'm sure if they are planning on remaking it, like Nintendo is going to put time and effort into it this time. Because apparently Sunshine was extremely rushed, and a rushed product is never a good product. Obviously, it's been nearly 20 years, so maybe it'll be worth the wait this time. Next up, we have Super Mario Galaxy, which was released on the Nintendo Wii in 2007. Now, this list is only showing Galaxy 1. Hopefully, we would get both, because I loved both of these games. They were a lot of fun. I played them, I believe, back to back. I think as soon as I finished 1, I jumped right into 2. I think they came out relatively close to each other. But great franchise. I love the the gameplay. I love the concept of having to, use the Wii controller. I don't know how that's going to work on a Nintendo Switch. I don't know if you would have to hold the Joy-Cons in your hands or something like that, or if they would maybe just redo the whole concept of the game because the Switch is entirely different. So that one's curious. They might just create a new aiming system that you just maybe use the right analog stick just to move the camera and it'll automatically get the stars that you need on the screen. But we'll see. Hopefully we get both. Both great games, a lot of fun, and I would love to play those again. Next up, Super Mario 3D World, which came out on the Wii U in 2013. Did not have a Wii U, but I did play this game with friends, and this one is fun. It was pretty good. So this one definitely makes sense for the Switch. It's, a newer game, was on the most recent console. Properties of it are already seen in the Switch games for Mario, such as Mario Maker 2. You can even see this in Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. They have the 3D world maps in there, so it makes perfect sense. Definitely could be redone very easily. And lastly, a new Paper Mario game. Never got into Paper Mario. Played most of the other Mario properties, obviously Mario Kart, a lot of the older Mario Sport games I played. But Paper would be fun. If it's part of like a package, deal with all these games, I'll definitely try it. I know people love them, so I'm down. And then the last one it said is other, in parentheses, 3D Mario titles. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if they want to make a brand new game, redo another game that's not on this list. Maybe they want to redo one of the Mario Karts or something. But for me, in a perfect world, what they're going to do is they're finally going to tell us that they are making a follow-up to Super Mario Odyssey, which is probably in my top 10 video games of all time. It was just so much fun. The reason I got a Nintendo Switch was for that game. I saw the Switch had been out for a while. I didn't get it on launch. I wasn't sure if I wanted it. And then I kept seeing like, oh, Odyssey, Odyssey. And I asked a couple of my friends, I'm like, is Odyssey worth it? And they're like, dude, it's definitely worth it. Give it a try. If you like Mario, you can't go wrong. And boy, oh boy, were they right. That is some freaking game. The levels are awesome. The music is awesome. The enemies are cool. Just the whole concept of using the hat, Cappy, to possess enemies and everything. It's just genius. And it was just so much fun. I even have the whole art book of it right here in front of me. It was just so cool. And it's so, the replay value of it is incredible. I played the game twice. I literally beat the game, got just about every, moon you could get at that point. I was only missing a couple. And I decided, you know what? Let's just play the whole fucking game again, because why not? That's how good it was. And that's how hopeful I am for a sequel to Mario Odyssey. Even if they want to do Super Luigi Odyssey or something like that, that would be fantastic too. But we'll see. With everything going on, you know what, that must not be named, because apparently if you say it on YouTube, you get in trouble. So we're not going to talk about that thing, the Guinness Cold, as I like to call it now. So this would be huge for Nintendo, because Nintendo has been very quiet, not just in 2020, but for months now. They just had a very small direct recently. It didn't bring anything major to the table. It kind of showed some new indies. It offered news on Pokemon that was already common knowledge. They basically just repeated that, oh, in the summer there's going to be DLC, which is something they announced like half a year ago. They didn't show anything, which I understand, but they said the next Smash character was going to be from a certain series that I haven't gotten into, so I don't care. Until they give me like Sora or Master Chief in Smash, I'm going to be on hold. I'll be busy working on Animal Crossing, which is a great game. Everyone go get it and stay home while doing it. But we'll see. This could be huge for Nintendo because they've been super quiet. We don't even know like what their holiday releases are, because usually with Nintendo, this is known at this point, and even though they don't go to E3 really anymore, usually they just do like a large Nintendo Direct the same day or same week that E3 happens. There's no knowledge of what like holiday releases there's going to be. And if they were to release that now, there'd be a lot of buzz. It would get a lot of people excited. By the holiday, I think it's safe to say that everything going on will be, nothing but a bad memory. Hopefully we won't all be alcoholics anymore. We can actually get on with our normal lives, actually get outside and take walks and exercise and not be cooped in all the time. But yeah, come on, Nintendo. I hope this is true. It's too close to April Fool's Day. Don't fuck around with me like this. I don't want to, see this again pop up in a couple of days on April 1st and be like, we fucking got you. Bunch of simps. So please, Give the people what they want. Give us these Mario titles. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so cool. And just for me, for nobody else, give me Super Mario Odyssey 2. Please. I'm fucking desperate over here. This was a good one. This was fun. It's about time for alcohol, I think. I don't know what time it is. Doesn't really matter. Quarantine time is any time during quarantine time is a good time to drink and suffer. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Mario. Exciting stuff. We'll see what our next podcast is. We'll keep you up to date because the people always demand good stuff, and the Greycast will deliver. We have a lot of good ones in store. I have a lot of good ones in store. I might actually do a whole one on Odyssey in its entirety next week or in the next couple of weeks. I want to talk about Zelda, obviously more Star Wars, the simple lore of Kingdom Hearts. But I think that's going to do it for us for today. And on that note, my friends, we are out.
Thank you so much for playing my game.